All right, I'm recording.
Eagles are in the playoffs. Welcome back to the Fumble Forecast. Good night, everybody. Been a fun week, hasn't it? Tom, do your spiel.
Oh yeah,
No,
we're done here.
In all seriousness, welcome to Week 18 recap of the 2024 football season with your hosts Tom and Mark. And what more is
Sorry,
there
I just
to
really
say?
tweaked my thumb there. Oh my god.
Well, stop doing that.
Oh, I might get an X-ray tomorrow.
What is there really to say? There's only two teams in the NFC that are worth a damn.
Yeah, the
There's
Eagles
only
and the
two-
Eagles.
There's only two teams in the AFC that are worth a damn.
No, there's not.
And
Yeah, the Broncos and the Chargers.
funny guy. But yeah, I was thinking we just do a quick recap of Week 18. Just get it over real quick so that we can move on to more interesting things. So we have the AFC doubleheader on Saturday. Cleveland and Baltimore, and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
Boo.
Baltimore game, fairly standard. Surprised they allowed Cleveland to get some points.
Boo.
By all means, let them have that. But then Saturday night gets a little bit more interesting. Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh. And as we have said before, we'll say it again. What the fuck is going on in Pittsburgh that's causing this four-game losing streak?
I don't know why in that game you wouldn't at least give Justin Fields a chance. What did they pick him up for?
I don't know.
What did they give up all that draft capital? Why was that trade? Here, hold on. Let me refresh my memory on exactly what they traded for him.
By all means. And it really pisses me off. Like last year, I don't think I thought at all about Justin Fields. And then the offseason comes around, they pick him up, and they pick up Russell Wilson. It's like, oh shit, they're picking up like these two quarterbacks. Okay quarterbacks to be sure, but two actual quarterbacks, not a starter and a backup, two actual quarterbacks. Great. Let's see what they're going to do with this. This could be really interesting. Then they start Justin Fields. They give him a couple games. He performs well. They give Russell a couple games. He performs a little well. And then they just stick with Russ. And I'm not against Russ, but he's not the guy. His age is starting to show. He doesn't have any sort of run. What?
Okay. So here's all of a sudden this is all gonna click for you, Mark. It's all gonna click. The weave is occurring right now. Okay. So the Steelers did a conditional trade for Justin Fields that was based on the percentage of snaps he took this season. So him not playing more means that they give up a 6th round pick instead of a 4th round pick.
Oh my fucking God.
So that was the difference. That you might see them start Justin Fields in the playoffs then.
That's some bullshit.
I have to agree. Pretty bogus. Chose to lose games because you didn't want to give up a 4th rounder.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That's something else.
I have.
Oh, dude, the Steelers fans have got to be screaming about that, right?
Yeah, no, I have no more words. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Steelers sent a 2025 6th-round pick to the Bears that converts to a 4th-round pick selection if Fields plays 51% of the snaps this season.
Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? Oh, it's a 4th-round pick. Oh, you could have.
I don't know why
that.
you wouldn't just put him in there, man.
Oh,
Like, that's not even that. Who gives a shit at that point? You know, just let him play at that point. It's like nothing.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't even want to fucking talk.
You don't
about
even
the
have
Steelers
words.
I don't even want to fucking talk about the Steelers anymore.
Honestly, now
I
that we're
hope
putting
they
that into
lose.
perspective,
I hope they fucking lose this fucking Saturday. God fucking damn
fuck
it.
you.
Fucking shit, Pittsburgh. God fucking shit.
Well, dude,
That has
now they might start
actually
Justin Fields and win a game.
this has actually infuriated me. Oh my god. If you want to make that kind of trade and then it's like, oh, it's a conditional 6th round unless he
Well, I'm
plays
surprised
50.
that the Bears don't have something to say about. Like, there has to be a rule against bombing something like that on purpose, right?
I don't know.
Hold on,
I don't know how
I'm
the
curious because they
I don't
benched
know how
him
that
after
trade.
week 7, so
I don't know how that deal was structured. But now I just hope that they fucking lose on Saturday. You don't deserve to be in the fucking playoffs. I don't care if Mike Tomlin is one of the most winningest coaches with a over 500 record every season. Yeah, bro, fuck that shit.
they won almost as many games when Justin Fields was out there as they ended up winning with Russell Wilson. It was almost exactly the same. The only thing they did was screw the Bears. I gotta respect screwing the Bears, though.
Fine, whatever. Agreed.
The smile on your face was like, Tom, why? Come on, dude. This is unacceptable.
Yeah,
It is unacceptable.
actually, no, I have more to fucking say about the
Good, go
Steelers.
ahead and scream at him. Give it to him, Mark.
Mikey, my boy,
Mikey.
what was going on there towards the end of the 4th quarter with the clock
I'm just
management?
gonna sit here with my junior mints.
Let me pull this shit up just so I can fucking be infuriated
Well,
again.
something else. This bothered me. Okay. I'm gonna jump to a different game really quick.
Okay.
The Broncos fans have got to chill. Listen, I get that you beat your long-term rival, the Chiefs, but brother, you defeated a college team. Like that was their third and second stringers. Calm down. Just a little. They like relax. You didn't win the Super Bowl. But calm down. That being said, yeah, I'll get into it when we talk about the playoffs.
Yeah. I need to pull up the game again to see exactly what was going down, but in the 4th quarter, was it just me or did it feel like Mike did not have control of the clock like at all?
He didn't have control of fucking anything. Why did he not sub in Justin Fields when he saw how much Russell Wilson was struggling against a bottom 10 defense? Like, let's be real. The Bengals have a dog shit defense. Like, not bad. Dog shit.
Mhm.
Like, honestly, I might be able to find a place on that fucking defense. Like, Jesus Christ, they're awful. And that is not
Yeah.
me boosting myself. That's me talking about how trash they are. And you still couldn't get it done with Russell Wilson. Put in Fields!
Yeah.
But we can't give
Mhm.
up a 4th-rounder. So I get it.
Yeah. And all this bullshit that I've been saying about George Pickens and it's like another Antonio Brown. It's like, yeah, who gives a fuck?
Hold on.
Who gives
Hold
a
on, no.
fuck? That's
let's slow down with the comparisons to Antonio Brown here. All right,
I mean, that's what people are doing.
they
That's what
shouldn't be.
people are doing.
They shouldn't be. George Pickens is
Fucking,
good. Okay, Antonio
fucking.
Brown is a top receiver ever. Let's slow down.
It's just what I'm just going over what people have fucking said. Right?
No, I believe you
As-
that people are saying that. I'm
Though I
saying
will, I
people
will
are
say,
morons.
I will say though, he did give up at times. That needs to be corrected.
Who, Pickledy Dickledy?
If that's what you want to nickname him, sure.
Hey, when he starts getting his head in the game, I'll call him Pickens.
Sure. I am okay with this transaction.
Pickledy Dickledy.
Man, they were so close. Cincinnati was so close to getting into the playoffs, but
The Broncos
and,
fucked them.
yep.
Good.
So you want to talk about the Broncos, Tom?
Well, hold on. Let's be real. The Bengals did not deserve to get into the playoffs, and if the Broncos and Dolphins had allowed that nonsense to happen, we'd have some serious issues. Okay, I'd be very upset coming into this because they had no place going into the playoffs at what are they 8-8? Was their final 9-8 is their final record? That come on, dude, that'd be a little abysmal. That'd be a little fraudulent. But speaking of fraudulency, the fuck happened in the Vikings Lions game?
Oh, okay. We're gonna just jump to that. All right.
I feel like I have to. Dude, they got fucking dominated. Like, I was watching that and I'm like, holy shit, is this a 3-win team that the Lions are playing against? What the hell happened? What the fuck were the Vikings doing? Like, I picked the Vikings going into that game and they looked like shit. They looked bad. And I don't know if that's just that the Lions are truly that good, like they can just clobber everybody every single week, no matter what, or if the Vikings just flopped up a goose egg. But
I think it's both. A little bit more that Detroit is just that good. Like, I have to give it to them. They have been playing phenomenally. The offense especially, and to give them their credit, the defense has been holding up despite all their injuries. They got
yeah, it's impressive.
Anzalone back for the Vikings game.
All right,
Eh,
that's another
What?
thing we got to talk about this Vikings Lions game. What up, Anzalone? That man was committing pass interference every single fucking play, and it was not called once. I don't know how he got away with some of the PIs that he was committing. Dude was straight up mugging them. And it just wasn't called. I don't know what the hell the refs were doing. I think the refs wanted to hurry up and get in the locker room where it was warm. I think they were done with that game. They wanted to go home and eat a nice warm dinner. They had enough. So yeah, I'm not sold on the Lions still, to be honest with you. Yes, they're a 15-win football team. I know. But I'm truly not sold on the idea that they're this super giant team that can't be beaten. I'm not sold on it. I think the Vikings just flip-flopped.
No, I don't subscribe to that either. But they are one of the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
can
they
be beaten,
are.
and they will be beaten when they meet us in the championship game.
They're not going to.
What?
We're not going to play the Lions in the championship.
You think they're gonna go out in the divisional round?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think that the Rams are going to beat the Vikings in the wild card and then beat them in the divisional. Beat the Lions in the divisional, and then it's going to be a Rams-Eagles NFC championship game. No, I don't actually think this. I'm trolling. I'm totally trolling. I swear.
Okay, I was about
You're
to
like,
say,
Tom, what the fuck is happening in your brain?
like you've had some hot takes.
But this is the hottest. I got it.
That was a hot take.
Wait, dude, I got 4 more in the chamber for you tonight. So
No,
you better get excited. So
okay.
I think that the Vikings are going to beat the Rams and probably face the Lions in the divisional. I see that as a total coin flip still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this game didn't change my mind on how good I think the Vikings are or how good I think the Lions are, to be honest. Like, I didn't go one way or the other. I think that the Vikings just had a really bad night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was legendarily bad. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But and
oh, I'm sorry.
No. You go.
I was
gonna switch games.
Yeah, no, I just want to quickly say this. I went back and looked at the record. The Lions won their previous encounter 31-29. So
they watched the film is what that tells me.
Yeah. All right. So where are we going, Tom?
All right. Our next stop on the grape train is going to end with the Panthers smacking the shit out of the Falcons. I fucking told you that Bryce Young had it in him. I told you. I have been standing here as a beacon for Bryce Young. I defended him with everything I had, and then they benched my man, and I thought it was over. But it wasn't over. It's never over because he's Bryce Young, baby. I love Bryce Young. 44 points against a divisional opponent. Yes. Yeah, in a game that actually matters, too.
Yeah.
Get fucked. Next year, mark my words. Next year, the Panthers are going to be a force to be reckoned with. The Panthers are going to win the NFC South next season. And then lose in the wild card round.
They won 2 more games than last season. Calm down.
I don't care. Maybe if they hadn't benched Bryce Young, they would have won more.
I will say that I find it extremely amusing that what was almost universally clowned on one of the worst teams in the NFL ended the playoff chances of 2 contenders.
Yeah, they destroyed the Cowboys and the Falcons.
And the Cardinals.
3! The Panthers are the wild card, the spoiler! I love them motherfuckers.
I will say this. When they were playing Arizona, and it's like if they win, they eliminate Arizona and Dallas, I'm like, oh. Oh,
dude, I'm telling you, secretly, I don't know when this happened. I think I became a little bit of a Panthers fan because I'm really rooting hard for them. I believe. I believe in the Panthers. It's our year, boys.
I don't believe, but I'd rather have a competitive NFL.
Dude, the NFC South next season,
where games are like actually interesting to watch.
Yeah, me too. The NFC South this next upcoming season is going to have the Buccaneers and the Panthers. I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, with the provision that Dallas still remains garbage.
Well, there's no, obviously, but that's not the NFC South.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
You just wanted to throw in there that they're trash. I feel you.
Yeah, no. It's not just that they are trash. They need to stay trash.
Hold on, let me.
Jerry Jones.
We have another train that we're gonna ride here.
Okay.
We got to talk about the Bears Packers.
Okay, don't ever do that again.
Well, why? It was the train.
Dumb fucking bullshit. All right, Bears Packers. Man, what a game.
Unbelievable. You don't appreciate me enough.
Truly one of the games of all time.
That game was dog shit, and the Packers should be ashamed of themselves. How do you lose to the Bears?
Yeah, that's
Like, you're actually pulling off a miracle.
well,
To lose to the Bears.
To be fair, to be completely fair, they did lose some people during that game.
Oh no.
To be fair. And I mean, it sucks that they didn't have a playoff seed in order to rest their starters. You know, it sucks not having that.
How much does that really matter? Oh my god, that reminds me. I have seen so many fuckers running around going, "Oh look, Jordan Love got hurt. The last game of the season when he didn't need to be played. Why was that Saquon Barkley? He should go for the record." Shut the fuck up. You're wrong still, idiot. Unbelievable. And I think that we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the Giants Eagles game.
We don't.
Why was Dayball using his timeouts at the end of that game?
Yeah, you know.
Just take the L, brother. Like, it's okay. You could lose. Fine. You're done now. Time for you to go. But I mean, the Giants with their starters lost to our third string backups. And Jordan Davis. He was the only starter on the defense that played in that Giants game.
Well, Dallas Goedert also played.
I said on the defense.
Oh.
Dallas Goedert is a tight end, silly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know that ESPN is still giving it like an almost half and half split in the Eagles versus Packers.
Half split. What are you talking about? Last
Like
I looked, they were giving the Packers 5.5. Last I looked.
I'm talking like the matchup predictor, like they're saying the Eagles have a 51% chance of winning.
Oh well, I'm gonna believe what Vegas tells me because they're normally right.
Because they control the games.
All right, now we're not gonna do the conspiracy foolishness. Were there any other games that you wanted to talk about?
No, everything played out pretty much as expected, aside from Carolina winning, Chicago winning.
Well, some of us expected Carolina to win.
Sure. Yeah. That. So I think it's time that we move on to the wild card.
This officially ends the Fumble Forecast's regular season coverage for 2024. It's another one in the books, boys.
What a year, right?
Trash can season.
Start watching in 2022. We go to the Super Bowl. We lose it. Next season, 2023. Winning by the grace of God.
The power of Grayskull.
Then losing immediately in the fucking wild card to Tampa.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tampa.
Honestly, Tampa's better this season than they were last year too.
And then 2024, looking like we did in 2022. Oh, God, it feels so fucking good.
All right, this is disgraceful. I think we look better this season than we did in 2022. I'm just saying.
No, I agree. And you know what? I think that is simply one, the team wants it. They're not broken like last year. And two, the coordinator positions worked out.
Well, it's not even just that. I'm going to give Sirianni and Hurts a lot of credit for pulling it together this season because they're the common thread. You know what I mean? And I think that the extra experience that they've gotten together, finding out what works, what doesn't work together, I think it's made the team much better. I think we are inevitable.
There is praise to be going all around.
Yeah, of course.
The Georgia Bulldogs that became Eagles.
Well, there is some praise to be taken away from some people, though. Miami Dolphins, who blamed Vic Fangio for every single problem they had last season, and then released him after they said, Vic Fangio's the problem with our defense. He's the reason that everything didn't work correctly. And then he came to the Eagles, and our defense is like number one in all of football. I'm just saying, Dolphins fans, it might have been you guys that were the problem. Maybe your players were actually just soft.
Well, everybody on the Dolphins team is made of glass.
Well, from what I understand, a lot of the players last season were complaining about Vic Fangio being too tough on them.
Yeah, whether that's true or not, the fact remains.
I can't believe he's too tough on me when I'm making $4 million.
The fact. Oh, there's one more thing that you just reminded me of in the regular season.
Oh. You made $40 million?
I wish. Regarding somebody who chased the bag. Tyreek Hill.
Oh. Poor guy. I think he's a little cooked.
Yeah, I agree.
But I gotta tell you, you have to give him one more season before we decide fully cooked status, because he didn't have his quarterback for like 80% of the season.
True. Well, very true. And you know what? He doesn't have his quarterback for like 80% of the season.
Every year.
Multiple season every year. Yeah. You know, if you wanted to win, could have just stayed in KC.
They wouldn't pay him. That was the problem.
Yeah, I know, but in the post game press conference,
and he'd have been replaced at this point anyway. They have Worthy now.
In the post game, he's like, "I'm a competitor," and all this bullshit. And then he sits himself during the game. He left KC for the money in Miami.
And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either for getting the money. Just don't say that you're a competitor.
Well, all right. Let's pump the brakes a little here, bud. You can be both. Come on now. He is a professional athlete who has many accolades. He obviously cares and is a competitor. Come on now. It's just that he's a speed guy, and as speed guys age, they get less good.
Anyway, on to a bright and beautiful future.
The playoffs? Please say the playoffs. Can we? All right, Mark. Can we do the NFC first?
Sure, Tom.
All right. Let's
for you.
Let's do the NFC first. Yeah. So the Rams are gonna beat the Minnesota Vikings. I'm just gonna keep running this meme until I'm done. No, the Vikings are obviously gonna beat the Rams. I would expect. You never know what's gonna happen. Matthew Stafford might pull one out of the chamber. You never know. He is a good veteran quarterback, but I would be very shocked if we have a Rams-Lions divisional game. That would be very bizarre to me. This is going to be horrible to say, and I'm very upset about this. I think that it will be an Eagles-Buccaneers divisional round. I am scared and experiencing Vietnam-level shell shock over this. I am sitting here with a helmet half off my head going, because The Buccaneers always kill us in the playoffs, man. They always kill us in the playoffs. Every single fucking time the Eagles face the Buccaneers in the playoffs, they fuck us in the ass. Every time. And I think the Eagles are better than the Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers don't suck. Like, I think they are much better than they were last year, the Buccaneers. And they already beat us once this year.
They did.
But, I mean, to be completely fair, these are two completely different teams from the beginning of the season. And then dude, it's still so up in the air to me whether or not the Vikings or Lions win that divisional game. I'm going to give the edge to the Lions, of course, because they just showed how dominant they can be against the Vikings. And they're going to be coming off of a week of rest, so they'll be getting some key guys back, most likely. I think I'm going to give the edge to the Lions in that one, and I'm going to give the edge to the Eagles against the Buccaneers. I have to. I just have to. And then I think that the Eagles win the NFC Championship game against the Lions in a heartbreaker for the Lions. And it's like a 1-point game. Fucking crazy shit happens. And a referee call at the very end of the game wins the game for the Eagles. And we go to the Super Bowl.
No, don't say that.
I just said that.
No,
and then the Lions are going to be talking about it for the next 2 years and how they should have won that game, and that's how it's going to be.
No.
Jalen Hurts wins MVP in that game.
Not like this.
For 340 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
Like this.
Both touchdowns coming right after a pass interference call on the Lions. I'm really laying down the hot predictions on this one, dude.
Well, you heard it here first. 340 yards for Jalen Hurts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, take the over.
All right, so I can't say I necessarily disagree with Tom here. I think that
I'm glad to see that you're smart.
I am really curious though for the Washington-Tampa game. Like I think that might be a bit closer than people might think.
What, the Washington-Tampa game? For that, that's a coin flip for me.
Yeah.
I just think the Buccaneers have a slight edge over the Commanders, but I think the Commanders are, dude, they're legit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think,
dude, if we somehow lose to the Packers, I'm getting a pitchfork.
Yeah.
It's time to go, everybody. Tanner McKee's starting next year. By the way, injury update here. Jalen Hurts practiced today. So he's probably going to play on Sunday as the starter. I hope. Please, for the love of fucking God.
Yeah.
All right. So you agree with my picks on NFC?
Yeah, and I have a feeling we mostly agree with the AFC, except
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think we're actually going to have some solid differences here.
Okay, so since you went with the NFC, I'll take the AFC.
Go for it.
Chargers, Ravens, Buffalo.
Huh? Oh, you picking the winners?
Yeah.
I disagree with you.
Entirely?
No, I think the Chargers win against the Texans in Houston.
Okay.
I think the Steelers win against the Ravens. They have a tendency to choke hard once the playoffs roll around. And I think the Broncos beat the Bills. And that's not a meme like the Rams. I actually think the Broncos are going to do it.
I knew that that's how you felt about the Broncos game, but you think that do you think Baltimore is going to choke it?
Yeah, they do every year. Every single time Lamar chokes in the playoffs. Like, he literally the coach must be having him stand in front of a mirror and go, play like it's the regular season, play like it's the regular season, play like it's the regular season. Because that's the only way that they're going to win. But yeah, all right. So your next round, your divisionals. What do you got for me? You
So
have Chargers and Chiefs and Ravens at Bills is your
yeah,
divisionals.
I I think it's going to be Chiefs and Bills.
Chiefs Bills. Okay.
Yeah.
And then who goes to the Super Bowl?
I I like experience tells me go with the Chiefs, but their play hasn't been up to snuff as it has been the previous seasons.
I don't think it matters.
And I know that the Bills are forever cursed to never win against the Chiefs.
Well, they did this season. They broke it.
Yeah.
Too bad it wasn't
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah. So and since they're coming off the bye week, it's like have no idea exactly how they're going to be playing, whether or not it's the playoff Super Bowl winning Chiefs or the Chiefs that we've been seeing all season.
Well, they won't be coming off a bye at that
Mhm.
point. They'll have just played the Chargers.
True. Well, I'm saying that because
They're
they're
going to
coming
be
off.
rested
Yeah.
compared to normal. I got you.
So
All right, you ready for me?
experience tells me Chiefs, but I really don't like it.
You ready for me?
Okay, go for it.
I think that the Steelers play the Broncos and the Broncos win.
And you think it's gonna be
Hold on. And I think the Chiefs play the Chargers and I think the Chargers win. I think we're going to have a Chargers Broncos AFC Championship game.
if that actually happens, I'll give you $5.
Okay?
No, never. Shouldn't be. It'll
I,
never.
I that'll go right in the fish's mouth. I'm just letting you know.
It's like it, it's like instead of whenever a rival team plays the Eagles, it's like now we're taking bets on championship games.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we're going to have a Chargers Broncos AFC Championship game. I really do. I think that
I
so
mean,
let
if
me
that
allow me to explain myself a little bit so I don't sound like a total moron. Okay? My pick for the Broncos over the Bills has nothing to do with Josh Allen, has nothing to do with coaching. It has to do with the fact that Josh Allen is the only player on their team. I think that especially with Pat Surtain watching their top receiver, I think that they are going to force Josh Allen into so many undesirable situations. And I think that the Broncos are going to be favored in those situations. And I think it's going to be a really low scoring slug match. Like, I think that they're going to punch each other in the mouth over and over again. I think it's going to be super low scoring. And I think that in those scenarios, I think the Broncos come out on top if they can keep it a low scoring game. That's why I think that the Broncos will beat the Bills. Now,
I
allow
okay,
me to justify myself in my Steelers Broncos scenario. I think that the Broncos beat the Steelers in that situation for a very similar reason. The Steelers can't score points to save their fucking lives. And that is something that the Broncos can do. The Broncos can score. They're good at scoring. They rack up numbers. When they actually are on it, when they're in tune, when they're playing hard, they're on it. And I think that favors again the Broncos here. So just playing what I think the stats and odds would be in these play to play situations, not overall statistics, but play to play situationships. I think the Broncos would be favored over the Steelers. That's not to say that the Steelers are bad or the Bills are bad or anything like that. I think the Broncos are just actually legit. Next, I think that the Chargers are going to win because I think they're just better than the Texans. The Texans have slowed down and fallen off the face of the planet. But I think that the Chiefs are going to lose to the Chargers. And the reason that I say that I think the Chiefs are going to lose to the Chargers is because I think that the Chiefs just do not have the energy in their sails right now. Like you echoed the same thing that I just said in your scenario where the Bills and the Chiefs play against each other. I'm getting no signs of life out of the Chiefs. I think they're dead in the water. And I just I don't understand. I don't think that they're gonna just suddenly perk up and turn into Super Bowl fighting form and just win it. I just don't think that they're gonna do it this season. I think the three-peat is mirage, and I believe that even though they won 15 games this season, I believe they are going to lose to the Chargers because I think that this is going to be a prove-it game for Harbaugh. I think he really wants to beat Andy Reid in a game of this level of importance. I think it means a lot to him. So I think he's going to have that team firing on every cylinder imaginable. Then my prediction is a Chargers Broncos AFC Championship game. I think that the Broncos hit a wall here and the Chargers win. And we have an Eagles Chargers Super Bowl.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
And let me put it to you this way. Even if I'm wrong on the other two games where the Ravens beat the Steelers and the Bills beat the Broncos and it's a Bills-Ravens game, whoever comes out of that, I think loses to the Chargers. I think we have a Chargers Super Bowl season. Eagles, Chargers.
Well, Tom, you wanted to give a take, you gave a take.
You're goddamn right I did. I told you my AFC stuff this season is spicy.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, in your scenario, the Chiefs don't make it again, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are one and done, even though they're a 1 seed. I just don't see it. I don't think they're as good as they were last season, and they meandered into it last season. So I just don't see it.
Yeah. I do wish that they still had Kadarius Toney, but I mean,
They don't.
I know.
His brick ass hands.
Not being able to line up on the ball.
Oh God, he was not good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and also we're down 6 coaches this season. We forgot to talk about Black Monday.
Yeah.
So the Raiders need one, the Bears need one, the Patriots need one.
Jags.
There's a lot of open spots. The Jags. There's a lot of open spots for coaches. So here's a question for you. Do you think Doug Peterson's done? Is he cooked? I think he's not done. I think he's going to at least get a coordinator or an advisor role somewhere. Someone's going to give him another chance. He is a Super Bowl winning coach.
Yeah. I mean, I think though, whoever gives him this next chance, if he doesn't
it's his last
deliver,
chance.
He's done.
I agree with you. So what team do you think would pick him up?
Send him to the Bears.
Why would you do that to him, dude? I think it's more likely that he's coaching the Jets.
Eternal punishment, sent to coach the Bears.
Please, God, no. My gut tells me he's going to be the coach of the Jets. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor
See,
motherfucking guy.
the problem is that he's gonna have to go to another bad team.
Yeah, well, good teams don't fire their coaches.
Yeah,
So there's
exactly.
only ever going to be bad teams available.
I
Unless
know.
someone retires. Like, dude, I gotta tell you, that Kansas City job, once Andy Reid retires, is gonna be looking mighty juicy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think some funky stuff's gonna happen this offseason.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
A couple months.
Tom Brady is now coaching the Raiders.
No fucking way.
He's part owner.
Oh Lord, no.
He's doing the announcing on Fox. He's just like, and the Raiders are the best team in football. By the way, guys, this is what we're running. But yeah, so I know a lot of people are going to disagree with my Chargers and Broncos take, but I just feel it. And don't get me wrong, I think most likely what I'm saying isn't what the reality is going to look like. I just have a feeling that this is what's going to happen.
I mean, as long as the Chiefs don't make it, I'm a happy boy.
Now, fuck that. The Eagles have to win it or I'm unhappy.
I mean, true.
And I don't give a fuck who we have to beat to get to. I don't care if they're going to put the Raiders against us in the Super Bowl and we get to beat a college team. Well, the Raiders. A high school team. I don't care. Give me that goddamn trophy. Thank you, Yoinkies. But yeah, all right. So I think I'm good. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
Oh,
it's time. It's playoff time.
Hold on. There's one more thing we can tease. Where do you think Cam Ward's going?
Well, current predictions, I think, have him going to the Titans to replace Will Levis.
Possible.
Yeah, he'd be such a good fit in Miami, but he's never gonna drop that low. I don't know where Miami's sitting right now.
They're like in the middle. I think they're like 16 or something.
He's not gonna drop that low. There are so many teams
No,
that
there's no way.
need
Unless
a
the Dolphins could always trade up with somebody and take it. Like the Jags have a good pick. They could trade something with the Jags.
Yeah, but
But they also don't want to get rid of Tua anyway, so.
Yeah.
I think, and I'll put this one in the books. Cam Ward is going to be a giant. I know it's painful. Just for reference here, me and Mark are both Hurricanes fans. So, we don't really want that. You know, hold on, Mark. There is some hope. He could also get drafted by the Jets.
Send him to the NFC, please. So they don't give him to the Jets. Oh my god, I feel bad for the Jets fans. Their organization's
they're done. They're struggling.
That organization's gonna be ruined for another couple years just because of Aaron Rodgers.
You know what? The Raiders might pick him up too.
I think I'd be fine with that.
I would like that.
I think I would accept that.
I would. Out of all of the teams that he could go to, I would find the least offensive.
Because then we'd have the two.
Could also be a Saint.
Then we'd have like the two rookies, Cam Ward, Bo Nix, and then like the two vets and Patrick Mahomes and Stafford.
Justin Herbert.
Herbert, not Stafford. Fucking LA.
Well, Herbert's about to play in a Super Bowl, so you better watch your mouth.
Yeah, I know. I think that would make the AFC West incredibly interesting.
Oh, it would be the funnest division in football to watch.
I agree.
I think that what we're about to see is Bo Nix and Patrick versus Patrick Mahomes is going to become a real classic in the NFL very quickly.
I'm hoping so. Like, I mean, can never predict somebody's future. Thought
I don't know.
CJ
I think
Stroud.
Mahomes is starting to fall off.
Well, I more meant in terms of rookies. Like
Oh,
high hopes for CJ Stroud. His sophomore season, he's not really looking too good. And yeah, sure, the O line hasn't really been helping, but his play hasn't improved at all.
fuck
Like
that guy. He's a bum.
so I I hope Bo Nix does well. I hope that Cam Ward goes to a team that at least is decent or can build around him. He's not
Giants.
going. He's not going to.
Giants. Straight to
Yeah.
the Giants with him. What is the here? Hold on. I just to refresh my memory. What's the current draft order for 2025?
Uh.
Titans are number
I,
one, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Titans are
Titans
number
are the
one.
number one.
All right. And then the Browns. Ooh. The Brown. What the fuck is happening with my monitor, bro?
I don't know.
I'm scared. They're here. Oh, and now it turned off completely. Interesting. All right. Well, I guess I won't get to find out the draft order. I know those Titans, Browns, and then who's third?
I think Patriots are third.
Patriots are third.
I think.
Honestly, Patriots
I-
might trade that pick.
I'm pretty sure the Patriots have at least a top 5 pick.
The Patriots might trade that pick to the Giants so they can pick up Cam Ward.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the draft class just to see. And I think I think we can probably do that next time we record, if that sounds all right to you.
That sounds
Like, after-
great. After we cover the playoff games, of course.
Yeah, no, of course.
But I will tell you,
Hmm.
I think that this is one of the few draft classes we've had in a long time where the main focus isn't going to be quarterbacks. Yeah,
Probably.
we might actually get like tight end attention, wide receivers, running backs. Might get some O linemen.
Titans with the number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL draft
A guard.
have taken an inside linebacker.
Yeah, with the number 1 overall pick. Damn, he better be good. He better be Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Come on down. All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap up week 18 of 2024.
It's been a wild season, hasn't it?
It's been a great season
Been a great season
for the
Like,
Eagles.
You know, you're gonna hate me, but I am secretly pulling for the Lions as long as they're not playing the Eagles.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
As long as they're not playing the Eagles, I am pulling for them. They are
As
my
long as the Buccaneers and the Commanders lose, I'm happy.
true. And then
Fuck
my
'em.
third pick would be for Denver to win.
I want the Chargers to win.
That's fine, but we both agree.
I'd be cool with the Broncos winning, though. That'd be sick.
But we both agree. Keep Kansas as far away as possible.
I think the Chargers and the Broncos are the funnest teams to choose out of the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I think that.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up, Tom.
Yes. Well, make sure you hit that follow button on anywhere you get your podcast. That could be Spotify, that could be YouTube, and nowhere else, actually. But Always remember to share some of our clips with your friends. Share the link to your friends. It will be cool, not cringe. And, everybody will like you a little more. So that wraps up 2024, the whole season, actually. Week 18 of 2024 with the Fumble Forecast. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.